name is Rodolfo Ramirez, and you're watching TODD News. Today, breaking news is about this officer that shot a black man in his own apartment. Can you tell us more questions about that?
Yes. Right now, there are far more questions than answers about the September 6th shooting at an apartment complex in Dallas, Texas. What little do know is unquestionably tragic and heartbreaking. It is also beyond dispute that a white officer killed an unarmed black man. Yet we do not yet know nearly enough to conclude or speculate, as a flood of news, stories, and tweets do, that this shooting was motivated by racial profiling. None of us yet know if the evidence in the shooting will dictate that we add it to the obscene toll racial profiling takes in America. In many ways, it almost doesn't matter, but the trust that should exist between police officers, white or black, and the communities of color they serve is diminished or entirely absent.
So we know that both Sean Jean was shot in his own apartment, but we do not know yet enough to conclude that he was shot because he was a black man in his own apartment. Yet many of the tweets and the news stories draw the same premature conclusion about the motive behind this young black man's death. Those weighing in so prematurely should take a lesson from Chief Hall, who sought to avoid an unfounded conclusion as well as even a hint of bias by turning the investigation over to an outside agency, the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. So we can talk here about, this is not the only time that happened. You know, there is a lot of Dallas shooting about racism. About this Dallas shooting in 2016, about in July 7, 2016, about Michael Xavier that ambushed a group of police officers in Dallas, Texas, killing 5 officers and injuring 9 others. This is not the only one. So y'all want to talk about racism?
Racism is something that has been happening for like many years, ever since the 19th. I feel like people should stop and make peace with colored people and white people. You have anything to say about this, Luciano?
Well, you know, there's been a long debate about whether slavery could end or if it could or if it should. Well, now it's still like, it is still going to happen because it's still happening all over around the world, and you know, it seems like there's just no end to it. You know, there's, you know, like there's racist people everywhere, you know. Like, you know, there's a shooting not too long ago where this black man was pulled out of his car just because he was sitting in there and he had his shirt off, and they assumed that he was selling drugs, and well, he had shot him because he didn't know that he was a police officer. And yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. It's like every white cop is like, I don't know, being racist to all the black people. Like we need to stop doing this. That all black people are not mean.
So what about the Dallas shooting? Like supposedly they say that colored people ambushed the police officers on downtown Dallas.
No, it was actually a black male. Black male. He's Michael Xavier say that he hated white cops and white people. He shot them because about the racism that happened. He was a veteran. They reported that after when they were protesting, they shot him in Central College. Yeah, in Central College in Dallas, Texas. Now, he killed 5 officers at total, and that is really, really bad right there. But that's what happened. With the weapon that he was carrying was an AK-74. Making it. That's all right.
So do you have a question, Luciano?
I'm just out of question and in, you know, disbelief of what just happened, you know, with all these shootings, you know. You know, it's crazy how there's, you know, still racist people here, but, you know, that's it, you know, like, that's all I have to say about it.
There is a lot of shooting lately in America. America just don't have peace. We need peace in America. I know racism is like happening too much. About last year, about they were protesting in Virginia. Probably, yeah, they were protesting in Virginia, and there was this Dodge Challenger that killed, I think so, 7 people riding on the protest, stop racism, and it was a KKK member. That's what he was.
So, do y'all still think is racism ever gonna end, or not?
Probably, I mean, there's too many. There's too many to stop, because, like, in the South, we live in the South, and you know how there's already a lot of racists in the South.
Yes.
Making fun, and that's what happened, and we don't have nothing. Well, that's it for the news. We don't have nothing to explain. We just start saying that we need to stop racism. Like racism is making the world like destroyed, not making the world peace. We need to make peace and stop racism. That's what we need to
Or
say.
not just for any color, not just for black people, but any color, any type of, like not just black people, Hispanics, Asians, and etc.
Yeah,
And this is Racism with Sergio Sanchez and
Luciano.
and Rodolfo Ramirez.